Touchdown, Alabama, let's get it.
The process, no one can stop this. Hottest show in the streets, I bet you can't top this. Rammer, jammer, yellow hammer, come see how we rock this. Alabama fans the best, there's no way you can top this. Recruiting news and interviews, just sit back and watch this.
Recruiting news and interviews, just sit back and watch this.
The process.
Welcome into The Process, Crimson Tide Recruiting. I'm your host, Justin Smith, the scouting and recruiting analyst, Touchdown Alabama magazine. Thank you guys so much for joining me on The Process today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button on Touchdown Alabama's YouTube page so you can stay updated on all of the Tide football recruiting news with The Process. And yours truly, which airs every Tuesday and Thursday right here on our YouTube page. On this episode, I wanted to take a look at how the Tide will close out the month of July. This month has been very productive for the Tide on the recruiting trail, picking up 5 commits in the 2021 class. So they're looking to close out this month with a bang and close out that momentum that they have during the month of July and use it to push forward some more commits in their 2021 recruiting class. So I wanted to take a look at that today, but I want to hit you guys with those recruiting updates. This is what we're going to go to next. That is what we're going to hit first. So with that being said, let's get the process started. I have a couple of recruiting updates to provide you guys with today. The Tide did pick up a commitment on Sunday from 2021 4-star offensive lineman Terrence Ferguson out of Fort Valley, Georgia and Peach County High School. He is the Tide's 15th commit in this class, the 4th offensive lineman commit in the 2021 class as well. I got a chance to catch up with his father, Dr. Terrence Ferguson. He broke down what went into Terrence's decision to commit to the Tide. Be sure to check out that article. I will drop the link to the article in the description of this video. The Tide was also included in a top 3 released by JaQuincy McKinstry, a 5-star athlete out of Pinson Valley High School in Pinson, Alabama. He included Alabama, Auburn, and LSU in his top 3. Of course, this is a battle that has looked like an Iron Bowl battle for quite some time now. Throughout his recruitment, we knew that the Tide and the Tigers were going to play a huge role in it. But we now see that there's another set of Tigers who are still making their push when it comes to LSU. I think his decision will be his next move. I don't think he will cut down his top 3 to a top 2. I think he will choose from these 3 schools at this moment. As he always says, a commitment could come at any time for JaQuincy, so just keep your eyes open on a possible announcement coming tomorrow morning, possibly if he wants to announce it tomorrow morning, or National Signing Day. So JaQuincy McKinstry does have the Tide in his top 3 along with LSU and Auburn. The Tide is continuing to extend new offers. One of those offers went out to 2022 defensive end Popeye Williams out of Indiana. Recently, we got a chance to catch up with Williams to discuss his Alabama offer, of course. Also talk about what the Tide's coaching staff told him that they liked about him. Be sure to check out that article. The link to the article will be in the description of this video as well. I want to give a shout out and some recognition to the Tide's 2021 linebacker commits in Deontay Lawson and Kendrick Blackshear being named to the Buckets Award High School Buckets Award watch list. This award's given out annually to the top senior linebacker at the high school football level. So the Tide's 2021 linebacker commits Deontay Lawson and Kendrick Blackshear have an opportunity to win that award if they have a big senior season. So shouts out to those 2 Tide commits in the 2021 recruiting class. The Tide is also still in the mix for several targets. One of those targets being Tyrion Ingram Dawkins, releasing a top 6 and including the Tide in his top 6. He is a 2021 defensive lineman that the Tide still looks to be in the mix for. We see a lot of defensive linemen at this moment. Of course, I broke down on the process a couple of episodes back, a couple of defensive line targets to pay attention to. You can put this guy in that mix as well. So those are a couple of recruiting updates I wanted to provide you guys with to close it out. I think this is some news that a lot of Tide fans will get excited about, especially when you talk about a kicker. The Tide is in contact with 2021 kicker out of South Carolina and Will Fowler. I got a chance to catch up with them, talk about what he is hearing from the Tide's coaching staff, what he likes about Alabama as a whole, just the success that they have constantly had. So be sure to check out that article. The link will be in the description of this video. So the Tide is looking like they are targeting a 2021 kicker. They have not extended an offer to him yet, but they are in contact. So that is something just to pay attention to in the future if the Tide wants to add a kicker in this 2021 class. They added one in the 2020 class, a walk-on guy in Chase Allen. Of course, they landed the #1 kicker in the 2019 class out of Hoover in Will Riker. So be sure to just pay attention to the Tide possibly adding on another kicker. I know a lot of Tide fans like to see when the Tide adds on a kicker because of the kicking woes that the Tide has had over the last couple of years, and Will Riker getting injured on last season. So I think that there is some cause for concern when it comes to the kicking position on Alabama's football roster. So that is what I wanted to advise you guys with all of those recruiting updates. Now it is time to take a look at what the rest of this month could hold for the Tide in this 2021 recruiting class as we roll into August. Looking at the Tide's 2021 recruiting efforts here heading into the month of August, as they're trying to close out the month of July with a bang, and they have an opportunity to do that. The month of July has been a great month for the Tide on the recruiting trail here, picking up 5 verbal commitments so far. They have an opportunity to pick up another one on Sunday as Damon Payne has a commitment date set. He's the only Tide target at the moment that has a commitment date set for the month of July. Just a public commitment date anyway, set for this Sunday, and Payne will announce his commitment to the school of his choice. The Tide is one of his top schools heading into that decision. Payne is one of the more explosive athletes in the 2021 recruiting class in terms of his first step. I think he really times the snap pretty well. I think he's very explosive at that defensive tackle position, so he will be a great pickup for the Tide if they were able to pick him up on this Sunday. But there are a couple of other guys to pay attention to as well that do not have a commitment they set, but with the possibility of not having any visits this upcoming season, we may see a lot of guys pushing up their commitment time frame. Robbie Ouzts, a 3-star tight end out of South Carolina, who I got a chance to talk about on the last episode of the process, where I broke down what he brings to the table in terms of his aggressiveness when he's blocking. Not the most athletic guy when it comes to route running, but that is something that can be worked on under the Tide's tight end coach, Jeff Banks. So I think Robbie Ouzts is a guy to pay attention to here, a guy who has visited Tuscaloosa recently, as he took a visit to Tuscaloosa and got a chance to visit the campus with his family. Did not get a chance to talk with any of the Tide's coaching staff, of course, due to the current recruiting restrictions that are put in place by the NCAA, but he got a chance to get a taste of the city of Tuscaloosa and a taste of the campus at the University of Alabama, and also meet one of the Tide's current tight ends on their roster in Miller Forristall. So Robbie Ouzts is a guy to pay attention to. He is down to 2 schools now in Virginia Tech in the Tide. I think this is a guy who could make a commitment at any time now, because like I said, I don't think any visits are going to be made this upcoming season, so you probably won't get an opportunity to see these places in person in terms of meeting with any coaches. So Robbie Ouzts is the guy we'll pay attention to here. Before I talk about the last guy here, I want to remind everyone watching the process here today that we are a small business, and with the global pandemic going on right now in the world, we wanted to remind you guys that we rely on your support, the support of the fans, the Tide football fans. We rely on your support and your contribution, and you can support us by picking up a subscription to TouchdownAlabama.com so you can stay updated on all of the Tide football recruiting news. Also get exclusive recruiting updates from yours truly. Also get your hands on our yearly print magazine issue for only $5.95 a month. So go and head over to TouchdownAlabama.com, pick up that subscription. Go to TouchdownAlabama.com, click join, and pick up a subscription for only $5.95. You'll get a chance to join our community, get a chance to talk with some of our fans at Touchdown Alabama Magazine, some of the top Tide football fans as well. So go ahead and pick up that subscription so you can show your support to us and be a part of our family and our community. The last guy I want to talk about here is Kyrie Jackson, the 2021 JUCO defensive back out of East Mississippi Community College, who was set to announce his commitment earlier this summer, but he wanted to hold off, wanted to possibly take some visits this upcoming football season, because a lot of guys decided to hold off their decision that wanted to commit during the summer because they thought that they were going to be able to visit some schools this upcoming football season. They were not able to visit anywhere during the spring, so they wanted to take some visits before they made a decision. But the chances of them possibly taking visits are slim at this moment, in my opinion. If I had to make a prediction today, I would say there will be no visits this upcoming season. So a lot of colleges may use this to their advantage, try to push some guys into their class, say we really want you to join our class right now. So you may see a lot of guys push up their commitment day. I think Kyrie Jackson is a guy to pay attention to, with him wanting to announce his commitment earlier this summer, but with the chances of them having an opportunity to visit being very low at the moment, I think Kyrie Jackson is a guy that will push up his commitment time frame. We may see him commit sometime during this month. The Tide is one of the schools included in his top 6. Thank you guys so much for joining me on our YouTube page today. That will do it for this edition of The Process. Be sure to hit that subscribe button before you leave. Then head over to touchdownalabama.com. Pick up a subscription. With that subscription, you'll be able to read all of our subscriber-only articles, our in-depth draft projections of some of the Tide's current players, as well as some of our scouting reports on the Tide's 2021 commits and all of the other commits in each recruiting class as well. Then head over to your App Store, whether that is the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Head over there and then download the Touchdown Alabama app. With that app, you'll be able to read all of the content that we provide to you guys from the Touchdown Alabama staff. So be sure to download that app. As always, I am Justin Smith, the scouting and recruiting analyst, Touchdown Alabama magazine.